Wednesday morning, everybody. This is Grace, and I thought I'd do a little video about self-esteem. And I have to do it on my cell phone today because we're having blinds installed in the whole house. And finally, it's taken like a month for it to get to this point. There's so much involved in it, but and it's going to be too noisy and everything. And Adam's taking the other ones down right now, the old ones. So, anyway, about self-esteem, I've been thinking about this lately. About again, I've done a video on it before, but I think it's on private. Losing my voice. I always lose my voice when I start a video. But it was about, what I see as the definition of okay, and it's only my definition, how I see it. Maybe people see it differently. I could be wrong. Because a lot of people get self-esteem and self-confidence confused, or they say they're the same. And some people it is, and some people it's not. But I have a disclaimer in the description box below this video on YouTube. So anyway, the way I see it, self-esteem is where you place. Say you see a totem pole. Where would you place yourself on that totem pole? This deals with self-esteem. Now, to me, a person with healthy self-esteem, a healthy level of self-esteem, doesn't even see a totem pole. They toss it away. If it's there, they toss it. If somebody tries to make it, put them on one, they toss it. Because you see, somebody with a healthy level of self-esteem doesn't see themselves above or below anybody. So they don't even see, this is a totem pole game, and that doesn't mean that everybody has is totally equal in everything that they do. Everybody has their strengths and everybody has their weaknesses. It's not always the same strengths. It's not always the same weaknesses. Say, I always like to use blueberry muffins. Say, I don't know how to bake blueberry muffins. Does that, somebody else I know does. Does that make me worse than them? No. It's just a different strength and weakness. Simple as that. And that's how I see it. That, you see people as equal. Now, there are always, one size doesn't always fit all, and there are exceptions to every rule kind of thing. I mean, there's some people that, nobody would see that person has any strength. Although, there might be that exception that would see it. Or don't see them as the same as, okay, where was it? Themselves. I just went in the store and got out. But, yeah, there are people, I was thinking about this morning, about how there are certain people who will try their best, their hardest, to take away from your self-esteem, and which is basically your self-worth, how you see yourself, your worth. And they will try to take away from it, there are different names of it. We can call them just toxic people, bullies, on and on. I mean, there are diagnoses you can use, but they just try to, take it away. Kind of like my crazy neighbor. Ooh, look at that smoke. My crazy neighbor, with her, attitude that she basically owns and runs the whole part of the neighborhood, and luckily they're moving. They're still there. They haven't moved totally, but they've been in the process. But the people like that will try to take it, and to me, the best way to combat that, really, and this is just my opinion, is to always keep in your mind what is your sense of self-worth. I mean, it doesn't mean to, like this woman's a little crazy, so I still go out and I still do things. I've said that I'm a little afraid to go out and do things, and I am. I always have the apprehension, always, because somebody always comes out of that house when I go. If somebody's going to be out of the house, and they can see what I do once I leave, when I'm leaving. Anyway, the biggest thing to me is to keep in your own mind your own sense of self-worth. Know that's the other person's problem. If they try to take it away from you, it doesn't make it so. That's their problem. And that's the biggest thing. To me, it's the biggest thing for all of these kinds of situations, where people lose their sense of self, is that they don't see it as the other person's problem.